Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for VPX Original Showcase number 2, and you're going to find that this video is quite a bit faster paced than the previous video. Not that the tables in the video deserve any less attention, but there are more than twice as many of them, and I wanted to keep the video at a reasonable length. Likewise, if there's an original table that you think is awesome that doesn't appear in this video, don't freak out, there will be an Original Showcase number 3. I wasn't able to put every table that I wanted to feature in this video and keep it at a reasonable length. And as always, feel free to leave your favorites and suggestions in the comments so that subscribers and other community users can go and check those tables out. So without further ado, let's get to it. And as promised in the pre-show video for the Essential Tables list number 4, we are starting with the Mindbender Inhabiting Mars by Joe Picasso. Join a legendary galactic battle inside an augmented gravity environment. This table is based on Stern's Orbiter 1 table, but it is way better and has a much higher replayability due to its crazy sandworm digital effects and reverse flipper code. It's totally awesome, and I find myself binging on this table at least once every couple of months. And you should too. Check it out, Inhabiting Mars.
Spinner power tripled.
Next, we have SpongeBob's Bikini Bottom Pinball by VPin Workshop. VPW needs no introduction. This layout is awesome. I really love the color changing playfield. I think the hot pink lights and the fluorescent green lights in the bottom of the playfield are really badass. Unlike some tables, I find that the callouts on this table are humorous but not too repetitive. And I find that this table really sticks to its theme, but you don't have to be a SpongeBob fan to enjoy it. And that's what makes it really, really cool. So if you're looking for a fun visual pinball table to test, and you're also asking yourself, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? The answer is SpongeBob's Bikini Bottom Pinball by VPW. Okay, so there's a few people who have asked me what was the first original table that you ever liked, and there was actually 2 of them and they were both reskins. The first one was Haunt Freak's Harley Quinn table. It felt like the retheming of the Diamond Lady table, which is a playing card themed table, was an ingenious fit for a Harley Quinn and Joker style table. The table is graphically beautiful, has a color changing playfield also, and it was the first table that really inspired me to think, hey, maybe I can make one of these. And the second table was Infectious Grooves by Balladito, which was an Aaron Spelling reskin, which was sort of covered in skateboard graphics. The ROM itself didn't really make any sense, but the table had a nice flow and it started to get those creative juices thinking, hey, I can make something cool, I can make something punk rock with this. And speaking of reskins, I've always really liked JP's Avengers table with its classic comic book styling and an incredible Hulk toy that actually looks like it could do some real damage. And although the pinball table is based on the Avengers movie, and elements such as a Tesseract are creations of Joss Whedon's imagination and not that of the classic comic book, I would still rather play this table than most other versions. Okay, the next table had me at Rumble, and I believe it's a super hidden gem in the visual pinball community, and that table is I Dig Stuff's Tiki Bob's Atomic Beach Party. This table is a retheme of Stern's Cheetah, with lots of goodies on it, like this conveyor belt tractor beam that takes you into the UFO and an erupting volcano and all sorts of goodies on it. I Dig Stuff told me that he had an idea of incorporating a bunch of themes like tiki, mid-century, atomic themes. I mean, what does that even look like, and how cool is this? He also told me that he spent around 6 months listening to hundreds of hours of music just to get the perfect vibe. And as I told you before, there's a Link Ray song in there. It's near and dear to my heart. But this table is actually awesome and it's quite a masterpiece. So get it and play it. Next we have a newer original table, Tornado Rally by Eric 3D. This table features a sharp look with elegant and simple 3D models and a professional finish. You can tell it's been blenderized quite a bit. The layout presents a lot of lower and mid playfield action, which is outside the comfort zone of most players, but I like it, so check it out. And remember to check out Slayer by Haunt Freaks. This retheme and reorganization of the Spirit table features awesome artwork, amazing Haunt Freaks caricatures of all the band members, and a fantastic medley of all the Slayer riffs. Yes, 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 it's all there from Black Magic to Dead Skin Masking. If you're looking for some dark metal mayhem tonight, then let me tell you, hell awaits! Alright, our next table is a morph of a morph, and easily one of the best tables released in 2024 for Visual Pinball, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas by Tart Zany and Team. But rather than listening to my mumbly ramblings about the table, let's hear from a guy who actually worked on it, the one and only Joe Picasso.
I would like to bring you into a world of a cherished childhood Halloween Christmas classic, Nightmare Before Christmas. This amazing creation was coded by the talented Tart Zany. Immerse yourself in the audio and sounds tuned in by the masterful I Dig staff. Table art and 3D models made by yours truly, Joe Picasso. And a VR room by our dog. Challenge yourself to deliver all of Jack's presents as you go through every mode on this table, going through many different multi-balls and wizard modes. This VPX is sure to be a holiday classic. Come see if you have what it takes to spread a little nightmare before Christmas.
Visually stunning is a massive understatement when it comes to this table. Like, check out this bone ramp with Zero the Ghost Dog that chases the ball down the ramp, and check out the other ramp that's totally wrapped in Christmas lights. Like, this is an extravaganza, and mixed with the amazing sound and effects and the amazing tried, tested, and true layout of the Godzilla playfield design, this is the total package, and everyone needs to check this out. For a more haunting experience, you may want to try Voodoo's Carnival by Kron666. But just remember, if you insist on playing with Ouija boards, you may invite something home that you didn't want. I'm not a huge fan of glow balls, but I feel like it adds to the ghastly and devilish environment of this table, and when mixed with the hit sounds and the backward masking in the soundtrack, it can be quite terrifying. And speaking of terrifying, don't forget to check out The Terrifier, an adults-only entry into this video from Merlin RTP and Joe Picasso, featuring Art the Clown, strong bloody horror violence, and many meaty multi-balls. Diablo Pinball is a long-standing Visual Pinball original classic by J.P. Salas and Scotty Wick, which burst onto the scene in March of 2017. This beloved table has been reskinned and reimagined by many Visual Pinball creators, and it continues to be updated and enjoyed by the community 8 years after its creation. So gear up and let's go kill some demons. MF Doom is another really great original to check out. The story of how this table came to be is really bizarre, and I'll let you read it for yourself on the VP Universe website. But the table itself is graphically beautiful, amazing graffiti art on it, flows really well, and is definitely worth the test. Sands of the Aten. A shameless self-promotion? I think not, but I did want to use this table to promote the overall message of this original showcase, because for all I know, the next Ted Zale or John Borg might be watching this video right now, and the message is, don't be afraid to make an original table, and don't be afraid to use an original theme. Although it is similarly themed to like a Lara Croft, Indiana Jones, Ancient Aliens, Sands of the Aten is an originally themed table with an original playfield layout, original storyline, original game design, original characters, original callouts, and original music, etc., etc. And I know there's somewhat of an aversion in the community to make an originally themed table because it's a risk and it's a lot of work, but I have to remind everybody that most of the greatest pinball tables of all time are originally themed tables. And because they're originally themed, it also makes them timeless. I mean, let's face it, we're not going to open up our social media accounts tomorrow and find out that Rudy got drunk at a restaurant in LA on the weekend and was harassing a waitress, and that's why no one plays Funhouse anymore. While it is completely plausible that our kids are going to say, what's 24 and what the hell is a Gilligan's Island, leaving perfectly great games increasingly dated and slipping into obscurity. So, don't be afraid to make an original game, and don't be afraid to use an original theme. Volcan Steel and Metal is a masterclass brought to us by One Box and Team, which every visual pinball user needs to have. Build up steam and electricity and stoke the blast furnace to complete factory orders in this ingeniously laid out and steampunk themed game. This is definitely one of the more unique tables on this list. I really love the story and the intercompany rivalry between Tweed and Baron, and I'm really mesmerized by the aesthetics of this scoreboard. Also, the art is fantastic on this table. Everyone really needs to check this out and give it 5 stars. And from steampunk to cyberpunk, check out Flux's Cyber Race. This table gives new meaning to all assets at the top of the playfield, and there are a lot of long shots, but surprisingly, the flow works really well. Flux and Team definitely nailed that futuristic neon feel with the driving soundtrack and stunning visuals, and the gameplay plays fast and it's intense and it's a blast.
3, 2, 1. Race time expired.
Next, we have Time Lord by Rusty T and Friends. This table's layout takes a little bit of getting used to because of its near invisible and literally invisible ramps, but you'll get used to it. I really like the melding of themes on this table, time, space, and fantasy. It's got a robot, it's got a dragon, it's got wormholes, it's got space ramps. I really like the spinning clockwork bumper caps. This table is in its 6th generation, and it gets better every iteration. So I'm not sure if Rusty T is done, or he's just beginning, but big ups to Rusty T. Check out Time Lord. Watchmen by Whizball, with artwork by the one and only Scotty Wick and Vogliata Game, is, in my opinion, a top original table. I must admit, the first time that I saw this table from a distance, I thought it might be a reskin of Family Guy, and I completely overlooked it. But on closer examination, I realized, no, this is an original, I'm going to try it out. And let me tell you, the lower playfield on this table has one of the nicest flowing layouts that I've ever played. There are literally shots at every angle, and the return flows are great, but not so ridiculous that the game is no longer challenging. The gameplay is really intuitive and easy to pick up. You don't need to read a novel to have fun and figure out how to play this game. And ultimately, Watchmen is an underrated DC Comics franchise. So, kudos to the theme and kudos to Whizball for this contribution to the community. And that's it for VPX Original Showcase number 2. I want to thank Joe Picasso for his wonderful cameos as usual. And like I said, don't freak out. There will be an Original Showcase number 3 probably sometime after Halloween this year. Thank you all for watching today. And thank you. Sorry about that. Something weird's going on with my mic there. Oh, shit. Screen's freezing up here too. And my keyboard's fucked. What's this?
Incoming SWAT, incoming SWAT, incoming SWAT.
Broadcast interception in 3, 2.
Make sure you don't forget there's amazing originals on Future Pinball. Terry Red has created one of the best tables that's near and dear to my heart. Check out Masters of the Universe. Talk about a theme that he knocks out of the park.
Yes, we couldn't complete this video without some serious homage to the legend that is Terry Red. Available on an alternate pinball platform, Future Pinball, Masters of the Universe is an amazing contribution to the community. This table will instantly transport you back to your mid-80s Mattel toy commercial slash TV show boyhood glory. This is truly representative of the franchise and truly representative of the theme that it was trying to capture. Great use of a modified stern layout with beautiful 3D models and an integrated puck pack, which makes it such a seamless experience. The Ram Man ball save, I mean, I think Terry Red himself outdid himself on this one. Easily one of the top tables of 2024. You have to experience it for yourself.
There's nothing short of amazing when it comes to Terry Red. He made so many great tables, all worth taking the time to learn how to install Future Pinball properly, so you can play Star Wars, his Sonic Pinball Mania table, Jaws, the Bigger Boat Edition, Halloween, the Big Bloody Mike Edition, Retro Flare, Junkyard Cats, RoboCop, Blue vs. Pink, F-14, Blade Runner, Alien Legacy. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but check his shit out. It's amazing. It will blow your mind. I guarantee it. It's worth installing, learning how to do it, because once you have it set up, it might be the only tables you play for quite a while. It's a very unique experience with amazing effects. You won't regret it.